Hey y'all, it's Shannon. So I wanted to come at you really quick with a two-part haul. What? So it's a two-part food art haul. I know, say that 5 times fast. I dare you. You probably can. I know I can't. So anyways, all with that. So I have been traveling quite a bit lately, and when I go to new places, I like to try and find art places, like art supplies, cool food places, cool like cake decorating, candy, things like that. And if you didn't know, kind of the beginning of this channel, I did a lot of food related art, and I will insert some pictures of some recent food art stuff I did at the very end of this video if you're kind of interested in seeing what I've done and things like that. So I like to do a lot of sculptural and painting, and I really dig it. This is part 1, so this is the part where I went to Cake Crafts, which is in Denver. I will link it below, and I will kind of compare and contrast in both of these food art hauls as I go, so you kind of have a general idea of prices and things like that. Now they both do shipping. I talked to both of the both places had great customer service. I will say there were some differences in terms of what they had available at different places. I will say Cake Crafts in Denver had an amazing selection of molds as far as like silicone, first impressions, just different kinds. It was amazing, but I did think they were a little on the pricey side for them. And I did think some of their stuff was a little on the pricey side, but I did talk to the people that work there, and part of that is I kind of came at the wrong time. But when you're there for work, you're kind of going to be in that area, when you need to be. And so, unfortunately, I missed their sales. But they do have really good sales, is what they told me, like 25-30% off some of their stuff. And I know in the next few weeks they were going to have a chocolate and candy decorating sale on some of their really awesome like magnetic molds. So if you're into using cocoa butter transfer sheets like I am, and you want something like that, which I do, and anyways, so they are having a sale on that in a few weeks. Though given at the rate I'm going, it may have been passed by the time this video actually gets up, but I will say give them a call. They don't have all their stuff listed online. They have a lot of True Color, which is a professional grade all natural food coloring, but part of that is because the owners of that are also part owners of True Color. And if I remember, I will link Julia Usher's review of that, and she quite liked it, and she is a professional sugar artist. She does some really beautiful 3D sculptural work, and she is quite detailed and very precise in her stuff. So if you dig that sort of thing, you should be watching Julia Usher. Anyways, so on with this haul. So I was really excited because when I went to Cake Crafts, they had some great things that I could try, like single objects, a single serve. That's not true. That's not the right way to put it. But I could buy just like one at a time or smaller quantities. Because when you buy stuff online, sometimes, at least food-related stuff, they want you to buy like a pound or like a large quantity. And the thing is I don't always need a large quantity. And granted, a lot of times it has a really good shelf life, so it's not going to go bad right away. But the thing is, I really just want to try it out. I don't want to spend $25 on it unless I know I'm going to like it. So that's kind of, my thing. And sometimes the food art stuff is it can be a lot more difficult to find reviews on some of that stuff than it is like on art products. So at least that's kind of what I've noticed. It's not always the case, but a lot of times it's the case. So they'll sell it, but they don't necessarily allow for reviews. And FYI, food art places like, you know who I'm talking about, Global Sugar Art and Fondant Source. If you had a rating and review system, it'd be real nice. I'm just saying. So I bought some parchment triangles, and I've made parchment cones from parchment paper, but regular parchment paper is coated with silicone, which is wonderful when you bake cookies or do like hard candies and chocolates and stuff, and you don't want it to stick. But it's not so good when you want to make parchment cones. Sometimes it makes it difficult. So they have these pre-cut. They don't have the silicone put on them, and you can just really quick, as you can see, make it. It's already done. And I just wanted to get a couple to try, and they did sell them singly. So for $1, I got 4 to try. And then also they had wafer paper, which for some reason in my brain I want to call rice paper, but that's partially because it's made from rice starch, and sometimes I think it is called rice paper. But it's a really thin, very not flexible compared to like other sheets and stuff, other food edible papers. But it is really cool. I've seen a lot of people talk about it over the last few years, and I really haven't wanted to make the investment to try a whole bunch of them, to be honest with you. I want to try a couple and see how I like it, and this, for 35 cents, I could do that. So it was really nice, because you can make flowers, and you can stamp on it with edible inks and put it on cookies, and it's just got a whole bunch. But I kind of was like, I don't really want to invest unless I know I'm going to like it. And I mean, chances are I'm going to like it, but it's one of those things that I'm like, if I have the option to buy 1 or 2 sheets, I would rather do that. So, and you can spray paint it with like your airbrush and stuff like that. And just so you're aware, I have a different airbrush gun for like my food art, for like my face painting, and like, you know, costume effects type of makeup airbrush. And then I have my airbrush gun for like regular painting and things like that. So I do have separate ones. They're all stored separately from each other. So don't freak out. Don't have like a heart attack or anything. And yes, I realize I clearly like the airbrush gun quite a bit because I have a lot of them. So, you know. Alright, so I also got some, I was really excited to see these because I had looked at ordering these from an online place, but I had to order a large quantity. And again, $20. Don't really know if I'm, you know. So they had the 4mm multicolored metallic dragées for $6.99. I got 2 ounces. I didn't think that was bad, but then I went to Lynn's, and you'll see what I got there and the next haul, and I was just like, oh, poo. But they do have different sizes, and this is technically more than I got at Lynn's. So I was really excited, and I love that it comes in this hard container, to be honest with you, and you can order from them. Again, they have an online presence, but you really need to call if you want to order stuff because they don't have everything listed. You need to call and say, hey, do you have the First Impressions medallion mold? Or, hey, do you have, you know, like patchwork cutters? Or do you have, like, a gum paste succulent? Because, yes, they do, and it is gorgeous, and it looked real, and it was amazing. They have some really awesome sugar artists there, by the way, that work in the store. I got to talk to some. They're very nice, very helpful. And then I got the 2.5mm multicolored metallic dragées. Oh my god, so cute! It's tiny. Yes, that's why I bought it. Don't judge me. So, plus I figured they're really handy if you're wanting to put in like just gold or silver or pink or like this teal. I like that. I can just pick out those colors, and I like that they have the multicolor option, so that I really enjoy that, because I feel like for me, when you use the metallic dragées, I personally don't use a whole bunch of them in a piece of food work because they're really hard on your teeth, and I pick them off if they're on there. I mean, they are edible, but it's one of those things, and you don't know that you actually want to eat it. And then I got some pearlized jimmies. This is a 3.4 ounce container, or 96.4 grams, $3.49 US. Not a bad price. And it is the CK brand, which is really good and very, very pretty. I love these pearlized jimmies. I'm a huge fan of the sparkly, shiny, pretty things. You know, shiny, shiny. As my friend says, I'm very squirrel. So, anyway, so the next thing I got is some of their True Color confectioner sugar. Now, True Color is the brand that the owners of Cake Crafts are partial owner in. And True Color is just all natural, so this was more expensive than like if I got regular rough cut sugar that was colored. And it's 8 ounces, but it was all natural. And to be honest, I got this because I just wanted to give it a shot and see how I like this and see if there was any off flavorings, because sometimes those all natural colorings, they're wonderful because they're all natural, but sometimes they have a weird aftertaste. I have not tried True Color, so I'm looking forward to trying this. And at $4.49, I didn't think it was bad. It is more expensive than regular colored sugar, and you can color it yourself too, but the rough cut's really hard to find. But I thought it was really pretty, and so I got it in silver and I got it in gold. And well, you can't see the gold, but you can see a picture of it, and I really liked it. And so I thought, you know, I was there, I was going to give it a shot. And then I got some just regular like white crystal sugar, which is the rough cut, and I needed it because it's so handy to just have some of that on hand, that and standing sugar. You know, you can do a lot with those, and it just makes things look pretty. And then I hit their clearance section, and they do have a good clearance section. It was a lot of fun. And I got a whole bunch of nonpareils that I was like, oh, I'll make mints or something and use those for. And then I got some Cooplers which were very inexpensive, and I really like this material they're made out of, and I like that they are closed hole. So a lot of couplers you buy, couplers, however you say it, a lot of couplers you buy in the store like Hobby Lobby, Walmart, whatever, even online, they'll have a slit in the side. It's my personal preference that I don't like them to, because with this hole, basically, the wonderful thing is I can literally just use that to decorate a cupcake, and it's a nice, very simple, like, way to, like, very professionally and classy, like, do your cupcake. Classy, like, that's a real word. And then last but not least, well, it's not the last thing, but I got a Fat Daddy-O's dough cutter. I've been wanting one of these for a while because it's gigantic. And so when you go to, like, smooth a cake, not smooth my face, that'd be great, but smooth your cake, it's really nice for that. And it's a handy thing to have. I love these. When I come across these, I usually buy them because you can't have enough. I use them when I make pasta. I use them like when I make dough. When I make bread. I mean, those things are stupid handy for everything. And you can smooth fondant. You can smooth like frosting. I mean, it's really handy. And then last but not least, I was really excited. They had disco dust. I'm a disco dust addict because it's, again, sparkly, shiny, glittery, and it's holographic-y. So this is Peacock. I will say I thought these were a little overpriced there. But their selection is amazing, and I sort of wish I had gotten the Black Magic, which was the black holographic one, but I was trying to curb my enthusiasm and not overspend my cake decorating budget for them. So I had a whole lot of fun. I will say the folks there were extremely helpful. If you had any questions, and they do have classes, they bring people in from all over to do classes there, and so that's really cool. So if you can get on their class schedule and get them to send you that info if you're in that area, I would say go check them out. And they are very, very nice. I was not paid or given any of this stuff. I spent my own money on it, so this is just an honest opinion of that. But like I said, I really like them. I did think some of their stuff was a little overpriced, but I also look at it like I would have had to pay that equivalent probably in shipping. So it wasn't too bad, but I was really excited about that disco dust. I really decided I needed that Peacock disco dust in my life. Look at that. That's a pretty color. And so I was like, for the money, I was like, I gotta have it. I just gotta have it. So anyways, so that is all for my haul from Cake Crafts in Denver. I will link them below, and if I remember, I will link Julia Usher's review of True Colors below. She quite likes them, and she worked with it for about 2 or 3 weeks, and she is a professional pastry artist and a sugar artist, and some of her stuff's really freaking cool. But anyways, so that is all for this haul. I hope you have a wonderful day, and do me a huge favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.